What's going on, guys? Alex here from PI Paintball, and we're back today with another episode of the quick maintenance series. Today's quick maintenance is going to be on the Planet Eclipse Ego. I have here with me an Ego LV1. However, this quick maintenance applies to any Ego, going back all the way to Ego 5 and all the E-Techs as well, because the very super basic maintenance is going to be the same. So let's go ahead and get started real quick. The first thing you're going to do is whatever Ego you have or E-Tech, you're going to go ahead and take out the bolt right here. Just lift up on the pin, bolt comes right out. I'm sure you guys probably already know that. You really don't need to put any oil or anything on these bolts. These bolts are made out of Delrin. It's a self-lubricating material, so you can go ahead and just put that bolt aside. And your next step with any E-Tech or Ego is going to go ahead and take off this back rammer cap. And I'm going to go ahead and just loosen that up. And then I'm just going to take it off by hand. And we're just going to go ahead and take the rammer out for this. I'm just going to take the Ego, I'm going to hold it so it's shooting up towards the sky. I'm going to give it a good shake, and your ram will come right out. So we can go ahead and put the Ego aside for now. And you'll just see a couple O-rings right here on the rammer. So you'll see that one right there, and I'm trying to get it kind of in the lighting here. You'll see some O-rings towards the back. What you're going to do is you're just going to take your favorite gun oil. I'm just going to use the standard Planet Eclipse gun oil right here. And generally, this is a brand new gun, so this is nice and clean. But you're just going to want to take a paper towel or rag and wipe down and get all the old oil and anything else that's on there and make it nice and clean. Just get all that kind of crud off. But this one is brand new again, so it's super nice and clean already. I'm just going to go ahead and take the oil, and I'm going to put just 1 or 2 drops on each of these O-rings right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and spread that around, make sure it's a nice even coat all around the O-rings. And that's really about it. We're going to go ahead and put this rammer back in. So if you've never taken this out before, you'll see a big notch section on the rammer. That's going to go in towards the front of the gun, and the big bulky flat section is going to be in the back. So what we're going to do is grab the Ego, and go ahead and just slide that in. I'm going to go and put the rammer cap back on, screw that in all the way. Kind of covered in oil here. So we're going to take the bolt, and if you look down through the top, you'll be able to see the big knot section, and you're just going to need to get that bolt pin lined up and into that notch. So go ahead, line it up. Now if you're a little bit behind the knot section, you'll feel the bolt pin won't go all the way down, and you can just kind of move it forward until you feel it seat. If you're in front of the rammer, the bolt pin's gonna go all the way down. The way to tell if you got it right or not is basically if you push the bolt all the way forward. You'll be able to push it all the way forward. When you get to the front, you'll be able to see it has some spring tension right there. You won't be able to push it, and it won't stay all the way forward. So you know you're opening up the valve right there. The other way is if you push it all the way forward and look down through the top, you'll be able to actually see the rammer. You'll be able to see that big silver ram right there. That's really about it as far as the very super basic maintenance goes. That's all you really need to do. We're not going to touch the regs or anything today. The only other thing I would probably suggest doing is if you pull the bolt back, take off the eye cover right here, which I can go ahead and do real quick. As long as I grab the right key. Just take that screw off the eye cover and take the eye cover out. I'm going to go ahead and lift up the laser eye, and with a very fine cloth or a Q-tip, go ahead and wipe down that surface of the eye. Make sure they're nice and clean. Make sure that hole that the laser is going to go through, make sure that's nice and clean. You can do that with a Q-tip, both down through the breech on the inside of the gun and through here. And then just go ahead and line that eye back up. And whatever model of Ego you have, you can go ahead and slide that eye cover back on. Put the screw back in. Screw that back down. And there you have it. Super basic, easy maintenance on any Ego or E-Tech model. Don't need to do anything to the bolt. If it's dirty and everything like that, obviously wipe it off, get all that crap off. Take your rammer out. Put a couple drops of oil right there on those rammer O-rings, and put the ram back in, put the rammer cap back on, clean off your eyes, make sure your gun's nice and healthy, make sure it can see paint, because you don't want to be chopping anything. And that's really about it, guys. Super simple, basic maintenance. Egos are very simple. And that's about all for this episode of quick fixes and quick maintenance stuffs. So I will see you guys next time.